Little bit of a metal hot take, little bit of a rant, but I think it's perfectly fine when someone wears the t-shirt of a band that they have absolutely no idea about what that band is. They've never heard a single song. I personally think that's still perfectly fine, and if anything, should actually be encouraged by the metal community. A couple reasons are: one, logos are an art piece, right? Like a good logo, whether it's Toyota's logo, Metallica's logo, Gucci's logo, like it should stand, right? It should be a reinforcement of the brand. People might just like the art piece, right? There might be some people who just say, hey, I think Metallica's logo looks cool. I think AC/DC's logo looks cool. I think, Toyota's logo looks cool. Who are we to say that, no, you aren't allowed to enjoy this logo as its own piece of art, as its own thing, right? That doesn't help the band at all. If anything, it advertises the band, right? People are going to see that and they'll be like, oh, a cool logo. Maybe they'll, look it up, find out it's a band, or maybe they'll just go buy a shirt because they think the logo looks cool as well. Both are fine and both support the band. So why would you not want that as a fan? And speaking of, as a fan, you're turning potential fans off if you start calling out behavior like that. If someone's wearing a Metallica t-shirt or, a Slaughter to Prevail t-shirt or a Shadow of Intent t-shirt, and you go and tell them, oh, hey, well, what songs do you like? And they're like, no, I just like the logo, dude. I didn't even know they were a band. And you're like, oh, well, fuck you. That's a band. Like, you shouldn't be a poser. Their reaction's not going to be, oh, wow, you're right. I'm so sorry. They'll be like, okay, fuck this asshole. You've just turned a potential fan and someone who has purchased from that band, has endorsed this band, has given this band some of their money because they like the logo. You've turned them off from ever doing that again, and probably wearing their shirt because they don't want to deal with people like you in the future. So you have accomplished nothing, for the band. You've turned a potential fan off. Really was supporting because they're a fan of the band insofar as, hey, they thought it was a dope logo. Brings me to my kind of last point. When people do that, they don't do it for the band, for the scene. They do it for themselves because they want an ego trip. They want to say, hey, I'm number one. I gotcha. I'm a real fan. Well, congratulations, real fan. You just turned someone off from listening to the band you're supposedly a fan of. You've accomplished nothing and made the world a worse, less kind place for it. So maybe next time, if you see someone who's wearing a t-shirt of a band you like, you ask them and they don't know, just say, well, hey, cool, what do you like about the logo? Maybe show them a couple songs. Maybe turn it into a positive interaction. So they'll want to look at it instead of, having some kind of gotcha moment that just turns the person away from the band for the sake of you feeling, slightly more like a true metal fan or whatever it ends up being, or true fan of the band. That's just my opinion. Feel free to argue with me in the comments. Other than that, y'all have a good day. Don't take this too seriously. It's just a little rant for fun.